Welcome, curious minds, to the deep dive. Today we're cutting through the noise to get really well informed on a topic that honestly underpins so much success. Just the sheer power of persistence
Mhm.
and self-belief.
Right.
Those things that can take a totally ordinary moment and make it, well, life-changing.
Precisely. And our deep dive today, it focuses on this wonderfully simple but really profound source. It's a story called The Boy Who Never Gave Up.
Okay.
What's so compelling, I think, is how it just boils down these complex ideas, resilience, personal growth, into a story that's, well, it's inspiring, but it's also really relatable.
So our mission for you in this deep dive is to pull out those really key nuggets of knowledge from Liam's journey. We're going beyond just the surface story to see how, one small decision can ripple out across a whole life.
Yeah, the ripple effect.
And how things we see as weaknesses can actually become strengths. And even how tough times, even pain, can lead you to find your purpose. Get ready for some hopefully real aha moments, maybe some surprising facts about what it really takes to succeed, not just in a contest, but in life.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's dig into this. We meet Liam, and he's pretty much the definition of an underdog, right? The source says he's the smallest boy in his class, not fast, not strong, didn't have the best grades.
Yeah, pretty tough start.
And his teachers even, it says they shook their heads, suggesting maybe he just isn't made for school. Oof, imagine feeling that way. That sense of people writing you off.
It's a really critical starting point. It brings up that whole idea of a fixed mindset, doesn't it? Where abilities are just seen as in stone.
Right.
But what's interesting is Liam's home life. It was challenging in its own way, sure, but also a source of comfort. Dad worked long hours, Mom was sick often, and Liam would quietly read to her from old library books, even if he didn't get all the words. The quiet dedication. It's key. It wasn't about grades or anything.
No.
It was connection, service almost. It's like the groundwork for a growth mindset, even if he didn't call it that.
And here's where it gets really interesting. He sees this poster one day. Join the speech contest. Tell a story that inspires.
Ah, the turning point.
Yeah, his heart starts pounding. He had never spoken in front of the class before. Never. But something makes him tell his mother, and her whisper, you should try, Liam. I believe in you. It plants the seed.
That moment is huge. That external belief landing just right ignites something internal. Psychologists call it self-efficacy, right? Believing you can actually do the thing.
Exactly.
So for 2 weeks, he practices every night in front of a cracked mirror telling this story about a boy who never gave up.
He messes up, forgets lines.
Of course. He stumbled on words, forgot lines, but, and this is crucial, each night he got a little better. It shows that invisible grind, doesn't it? The messy practice behind any breakthrough.
We never see that part usually.
No, you just see the final performance.
So contest day arrives, hands shaking, rooms full. Other kids have perfect notes and clear voices. You can just feel the nerves. Right?
Oh, definitely. That performance anxiety.
But he remembers his mom. He speaks slowly, carefully, really from the heart. He talks about falling and getting back up, being laughed at, but showing up anyway. Reading to someone you love, even it's hard. It's all him.
And the result. It's fascinating. The room goes silent, then applause.
Yeah.
Real applause.
Yeah.
He didn't win first place, but like you said, something had changed, how people saw him. He walked home not as the smallest boy, but as the boy who never gave up. It's that shift, isn't it?
Yeah.
From needing external validation to finding internal validation. He didn't get a trophy,
No.
but he changed how he saw himself. That's way more powerful than first place.
Okay, so after the contest, what's the real fallout for Liam? He didn't suddenly become, top of the class or fastest runner.
No, not at all.
But the source says he tasted something new, confidence, that internal feeling. That's what changes everything, isn't it? Like a quiet switch flipped inside him.
That's the key. That newfound confidence, even just a taste, it becomes a catalyst. The very next day, his English teacher notices something. He
Oh,
says, "You have a gift. Would you like to join the storytelling club?"
wow. And he hesitates, right? He'd never been asked to join anything before. You can just hear that little voice of doubt. Me? Really?
Totally relatable.
Yeah.
But he says yes. And that shows how that first small success, that speech, gave him the courage for the next step. It builds on itself. It's that ripple effect again.
So he joins the club, nervous again, naturally. The other kids are fast talkers, use big words. It'd be easy to shrink back.
Right, fall back into old habits.
But he doesn't. He listened, he watched, and little by little he started sharing. His stories weren't loud or flashy, they were just honest.
And people listened.
Yeah. It's a great reminder, isn't it, that authenticity, that quiet honesty often connects more deeply than all the bells and whistles.
It really does. And that focus on listening,
Yeah.
it's important too. Around the same time, his mother's condition gets worse.
Oh, right.
But every night, Liam keeps reading to her. It's their ritual. Then one night, she asks him, "Tell me one of your stories instead."
Wow.
So he tells her about a boy who was afraid but spoke anyway. About small steps, kindness, one voice making a difference. Her eyes fill with tears, and she whispers, "Keep telling stories, Liam. They matter."
That must have been incredibly powerful for him. Not just encouragement, but like confirmation.
Exactly. Validation of his emerging purpose.
And this leads to that moment by the window. He's thinking maybe he wasn't just reading to improve himself. Maybe he was learning so he could share, so he could reach people.
Yeah.
Like he reached his mom.
Yeah.
The invisible boy was becoming a voice people remembered. What a shift, huh? From focusing inward on skill building to focusing outward on connection and impact.
That's the transition right there.
Uh-huh.
Personal growth turning into something that helps others. It's really beautiful.
So the seasons pass. Liam keeps growing. He enters more contests, but now it's not to win, but to grow.
The motivation shifts.
Right. His voice gets stronger, his ideas clearer. Doesn't always get applause, the source says, but crucially, he never stopped. It just drives home that growth is this continuous thing, isn't it? Not just hitting milestones.
He's intrinsically motivated now, focused on mastery, not just the prize.
Yeah.
That's real dedication.
And this dedication, people start noticing. His classmates actually start asking him for help with writing.
That's a big change.
Huge. One girl even says, "I like how your stories make me feel something. You say things I didn't know how to say."
And this leads to another big realization for Liam.
Yeah, this one's almost paradoxical. He realizes his weakness had become his strength. Being quiet, maybe a bit slow to speak, it actually helped him listen more deeply, understand people better.
It's a fantastic example of reframing. What seemed like a disadvantage became the very thing that gave him unique insight and empathy. He could connect because he truly listened.
So powerful, even as his mother gets worse, to the point she can't speak. He keeps reading, telling stories, watches her smile through the pain. The night she passes, he whispers one last story about her, about how her belief in him, this small, unsure boy, planted that seed that grew into something strong. It's incredibly moving. Her faith in him became his foundation.
It really underscores the lasting impact of that kind of belief, and this final part ties it all together so well. Years later, Liam's on a university graduation stage,
Right.
chosen for the farewell speech.
Yeah.
Not because of the top grades necessarily, but because of his journey. He's up there, in front of hundreds holding just a single page.
Speaks volumes, doesn't it? It's not just about the grades, it's about character, resilience, how you inspire people.
Precise.
And what does he say? He looks out and gives this message. Simple, but so powerful. Something you, listening, can definitely take to heart, he says. "I was once the boy no one noticed, but someone believed in me, and I believed in myself." That's how we begin to change the world, one quiet voice at a time.
It lands because it's real.
Yeah,
earned through his experience
totally.
and connecting it to the bigger picture. Liam's story isn't just his win. It's about how self-belief, that quiet strength, lets you not only rise yourself, but maybe more importantly, help others rise too.
Yeah.
The boy who never gave up became, as the source says, the man who helped others rise. Personal growth creating ripples of inspiration.
So what does this all mean for you, this deep dive into the boy who never gave up? I think it shows that real strength isn't always about being the loudest or strongest right out of the gate.
Definitely not.
It's about, cultivating that persistence, maybe through tiny habits. Trusting that little spark of belief, whether it comes from inside or someone else, and really getting that your unique voice, even if it starts quiet, can have a huge impact. Your journey, your struggles, they matter. They shape your voice.
And remember, this applies everywhere. Practice your English every day, even when it's hard. Like Liam practicing his speech. Believe in your progress, even when it feels slow. And most of all, never give up. Your voice matters. It's about stacking those small, consistent efforts. They add up.
Such a crucial takeaway, so maybe something for you to think about. What's one challenge you refuse to give up on, or maybe a small decision you made that, looking back, actually led to a pretty big change? Your own Liam moment.
Keep learning, keep growing, keep believing.
We've really enjoyed taking this deep dive with you today, exploring that quiet power of just keeping going. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep finding that unique, powerful voice of yours.